everyone. So today I felt like doing a video on my top 2 favorite yoga videos. I originally did yoga, took a yoga class back at my college the first semester that I was there, and I absolutely loved it. That instructor taught at a community center, and so, kind of like a community center. And I actually took some yoga classes there for a while before I ended up pulling my hamstring, not because of that class, but because of a dance class I took there. And that kind of made me stop because I wasn't really sure how to heal my hamstring. But anyway, so I ended up getting back into yoga maybe a year after that, and I've been doing on and off yoga DVDs, and I've tried a bunch of them, and my 2 favorite ones are the Gaiam Yoga Conditioning for Weight Loss that has what's her name? Suzanne Deason, I believe. I'm not reading it. Yeah, Suzanne Deason. And then also the Kundalini Yoga to Detox and Destress with Fiennes. These are my absolute 2 favorites. Now, the whole reason I like these is that, yes, this is a weight loss DVD, and no, I did not end up losing weight to this. The reason why I like this is that this is actually one of the few DVDs where they really have incorporated the different levels of people's flexibility. A lot of yoga DVDs, especially beginner yoga DVDs, assume that you are naturally flexible. And although I did dance from the time I was 3 years old until I was 14, I was a good dancer. I was never the most flexible dancer. I was probably actually the least flexible dancer, and yet I was still a very good dancer. So that's something that really does bug me about a lot of beginner yoga DVDs, is that they assume that you are just so flexible. It's like, no, I'm not. The only flexibility I have is in my hips. When you sit, not cross-legged, but kind of have your feet, you're sitting like that, but you have your feet together, that's how I'm flexible. My knees actually hit the floor when I'm doing that. You can't see it, but I just did that. But anyway, on a chair though, but other than that, splits, my leg muscles were never flexible. And that's something that really typically bugs me about most beginner yoga DVDs. With this one, there's 4 levels. There's one yoga instructor who is doing it if you're inflexible in the hips, the hamstrings, the shoulders, and something else. I can't quite remember. There's the next up instructor, the instructor above that, still does modifications like the first instructor, but it's if you are a little bit more flexible or you have progressed to that level by doing this DVD over and over. And then there's a third instructor who is more doing the actual full postures, but still doing a little bit of modifications. And then Suzanne Deason is the 4th instructor, and she's doing it more in the full postures and the full range. So I really like that. And what's nice is you can actually pick which instructor you want to follow the entire way and just have her on the screen, or you can actually have it so that all 4 are on the screen and you can go back and forth between which instructor you are following, depending on where you're where you're a little bit more flexible or where you're a little bit less flexible. My hamstrings are not flexible. I've been working on it, but they're just not very flexible. So I typically do watch the first instructor with that. However, my shoulders are fairly flexible. So I follow typically more Suzanne Deason or the third instructor for like where we're working more on my shoulders. So I really like that. This is also very calm. Where is it located? I believe they actually have it on location in Arizona. I'm not 100% sure. It's not the Grand Canyon. But it's just a really nice scenery. It's not like just a regular yoga studio that the video is set in. And it's very calm. Some yoga instructors who are very popular, some of them which are very popular, I do not find calming. I find them more stressful than calming, and I don't quite understand why they're really popular. I mean, that's great that if that's what works for you or for someone else, but it just doesn't work for me. It makes me feel more tense than relaxed. And I really like that Suzanne Deason is just a very relaxing yoga instructor to listen to. And although I've been using this probably for, actually I have been using this for a year now, on and off, I constantly come back to this DVD just because it's so nice. It really does help me strengthen my hamstrings and make them more flexible and less likely to be pulled again. So I really, really like this, and I really recommend this irregardless of whether or not you're trying to lose weight. If you're trying to, if you're just starting out with yoga or you're just inflexible like me, this is just a really great DVD to start out with. I really like it. Now the other DVD that I constantly go back to is the Kundalini Yoga to Detox and Destress with Maya Fiennes. She is another yoga instructor that I find very relaxing to listen to and to follow along. She does do the more new age spiritual yoga concept, which I'm not 100% for, but I do kind of I'm like, okay, and then I kind of go beyond that, and then once that's over, then it goes to the really nice, sequence. Why can I not think of the word? Sequence kind of works. To just the yoga practice. Practice. That's the word I was looking for. But anyway, it's just a really nice practice. And the one thing that I really like about this, which is not the case with this is predominantly standing. There's a little bit of sitting at the beginning, and there's like some work that you're on the ground at the end, but you're predominantly standing in this. With this, I think the entire time sitting. I don't think you're standing at all. I can't quite remember. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you're pretty much sitting. So although I actually tend to break a sweat with this one, where this one I do not tend to break a sweat, if I'm feeling like more lazy, I will actually do this one just because I'm sitting, even though it's harder. I don't understand it either, but seriously, I'm like, I feel like doing yoga, but I don't feel like standing while doing yoga. I'll do this one, even though I know I'm going to sweat. So yeah, it's a little bit more of a workout than this one. It's not really necessarily aerobic, but it is more aerobic than this one. This one's very relaxing, very calming, excellent to do. Like if you're feeling a little bit stressed before bedtime, this is a really nice one to do. Or if you're just trying to relax or calm down or just focus at any point during the day, it's really nice. This one, it's really nice to focus and calm down too, but like I said, it's just a little bit more of a workout. Although you do, like I said, it's mostly sitting, but you are laying down for some of it as well, doing some poses that way. There is really nice music in both of them. The music in this one is actually done by Maya Fiennes. Apparently she is a composer and a pianist, so that's really cool. And what else? I feel like I was going to say something about this one. Oh, the nice thing about this is more of a detox detoxifying one, so it does have that detoxifying aspect. And also this is the one that I will reach for if occasionally my back starts to hurt and it feels like it needs to crack, but I don't want to crack it. Or a lot of times, like, I never really want to crack my back, but it will feel like it needs to be cracked. And even if I would try, it wouldn't crack. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if sometimes, even though I don't really want to crack it, I'll try to crack it just to see if that will help relieve the pressure, but it doesn't work. This really does work and makes it really nice and makes my back feel better. I wouldn't rely on this solely, like if you have any back pain or back issues, but if you have the occasional back pain, this is a really nice one to go towards. Now, she does say some amusing lines occasionally, like one of the moves, she's like, you're supposed to lean forward, breathe in, and then lean back, and it's supposed to work your spine. And she's like, I don't know, something rhythm, like riding a camel. And I don't know, it just seems somewhat random. I mean, I'm like, riding a camel? Okay. But like I said, I really like this. I really like this one. If you are looking for really good yoga DVDs, I really do recommend these two to look into. This one is actually my sister's DVD, and this one was one that my sister gave me. But whenever I'm pet sitting for my sister, I always end up doing this just because I love it so much. I really need to buy one for myself. But so if you have, that's that though. And if you have any questions or comments or anything, please let me know in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.